What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, today's the day. Today's the day. Today is lift off, blast away, exit the atmosphere, not terminal velocity, that's the other way around. Escape velocity, there it is. I actually have a song called Escape Velocity, so I don't know why I would forget that. But anyway, it's a term you don't ever use a lot because we're not space traveling people like we should be right now. Anyway, Starfield. Yeah, so there's been some mixed, not mixed, overall positive. There were 50 reviews that I saw, and there were 4 that were 70s. And there was one that was like a 58, but I don't know what happened to that one. I think that was a troll, and they did something to that one. But anyway, Metacritic is at 88 for PC, 87 for Xbox. I think that's just a Series X. I'm not too sure. It might be. I think they include both. Paris Lily said, I just heard the clip on Twitter X that he said there's the PC version runs butter smooth, Xbox Series X runs butter smooth, Xbox Series S, which is the most important, blah, 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 runs butter smooth. So I was like, good. That's where I'm gonna be playing it. And I saw a clip of it. I think Tom Warren put up a clip of the Xbox Series S running. It was running a clip. It was first person. They were running around underneath the city of Neon during the day, which was kind of cool because I don't think I've ever seen Neon in the day. I think I've only seen night shots. And so it looked kind of cool. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I'll decide later today when I'm playing it. But 88 is a good score. I would say 88 is like, it's more than good. It's like, it's great. I think those 70s are fanboys, honestly. Are ponies that are disguising as reviewers, and they have an agenda, and they give the game a 70 because they know that the game is excellent, and they know if that game was on PlayStation, it wouldn't get a 70. And see, this is where Metacritic doesn't really matter. Sorry. And where I have a problem with it. It does matter because it is about perception, and it is how a lot of the casuals get their information. And they say, oh, is it 80? That's pretty 80. If it was 90, I think it was at 91 at one point. If it settled on 90, that's fine. That way people are like, oh, it's a 90 plus, let's go. That's a definitely buy. You know, that's what people think. 88, I think is close enough to say, yeah, let's go. But I think what's going to make people want to play it is the bomb. I'm on Twitter X, and yes, every person's Twitter X experience is curated based on what they like and who they follow and stuff. You know, I follow video games. It's all Starfield. I mean, there was one like Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever, like, oh yeah, they showed some people behind the doors at Gamescom. Like, that would have been a huge story if Starfield wasn't coming out. Starfield is the zeitgeist right now. Nothing else matters. Not even Spider-Man 2. Nobody's talking about Spider-Man 2. I know I said last episode, but last episode. I'm doing episodes now. Last video I said that, but it's the truth, right? So Starfield, the more I hear about Starfield, I hear like the things that people are afraid, like, oh, the AI is kind of whack, or it's this and that. But then as you get better, as you level up, as you get better weapons, then the AI gets better too. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. It levels up with you. It scales with you. So I'm like, all right, good. Because I mean, honestly, firefights, I'm not looking for a challenging firefight. I want to explore and build ships and all that stuff. That's what I want to do. And occasionally shoot some fools, maybe monster hunt, get some, go trap some aminos or something, sell some skins. All these things, all these different mechanics and systems in this game. This is what makes the game of the year, the 10-year game, the generational game. Not the initial, I played it for 12 hours. If you played it for 12 hours, you haven't played it enough. These fools, I played 60 hours, I played 70 hours. And I say, okay, well, I could take what you say more seriously, but at the same time, I've heard that you should play the main story first. And Pete Hines kind of said that too. He said the game doesn't really start until you finish the main campaign. And I'm like, which means do the main story stuff first and don't do any side missions, or minimize, you know. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I want to be powered up. I want to have all the things. I want to be able to build ship, you know. And I'm gonna keep playing to get to where I want to be as far as levels and skills and stuff. So, you know, I'm already formulating a plan. If you know the game is good, well, you already thinking about how you gonna play it. You ain't play it yet. You ain't play it and like figure out how do you play it, or that. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. It's good. When you're thinking about it, you ain't playing it, that's a good game. And I haven't even played it yet. But everything that I've seen from the game, especially that last clip with the running under neon, I was like, oh, that was good. And the music, and no one has said anything about the music yet. That's a very important part. For me, very important. And I think the music's gonna be good. I think the music's gonna be good. I can't talk. Also, sorry. Some people have complained about, I mean, I don't know why I still listen to IGN, but they were like the first ones to put up, I think actually Gamertag Radio had theirs up. Anyway, I didn't listen to theirs yet. But IGN, Podcast Unlocked, they were talking about it. Khalif and a whole bunch of other people were there. And they were like, oh, I don't like it, or this, that, and the third, or, they should have, I think Khalif said this, they should have, like, tutorials for a lot of this game. I'm like, did you ask for tutorials when you were playing Elden Ring or any of the FromSoft games? Did you ask for tutorials? If you didn't ask for tutorials there, why are you asking for tutorials in this game? That's my question. I thought the challenge was something that's cool. You figure it out for yourself. You go on the internet and you have, you listen to people's stories and then you tell your story, and then that's how it works virally, right? That's what makes the game good, right? Man, you can't be switching up narratives and doing that. Sorry, no. Tutorialize my nuts. That's what that you should do, because it's just stupid. Why don't you use your brain? You're a gamer. You have some intelligence. Figure it out. I think that's more important. I think that's even better. You know what the main theme of Starfield is? Discovery. Not tutorially. Sorry. Discovery. Discover how you will play this game. Because nobody's going to tell you how to play the game. That's for you to find out. That's the beauty of a game like this, with all the different systems. You could find the one little thing that you want to do, like the homegirl collecting sandwiches. That's her thing, And that you can make a whole game out of it. Remember when you were kids and you had like a ball and a dirt field and some sticks and I don't know, maybe a blanket or something, and you made a game. You're like, yo, let's make a game real quick. Okay, the ball, you start. You just make it. You use your imagination and you make things fun. And that's what Starfield is. And that's what people aren't. I don't think the reviewers are seeing it that way. They're looking at it, not technically, but I mean they are looking at it technically, but they're looking at it, this is a game, this is how games should be, blah, blah, blah. It should be like God of War 2018. I mean, no, it shouldn't, because that's not what this game is. The only game that you can compare this to is other Bethesda games, truthfully. And those games are super popular. They've sold tens of millions of units, and they're still being played to this day. And this is like the prime example of a Bethesda game. The best performing Bethesda game. Still bugs. I listened to Jeff Grubb too, and Mike Minotti, and the other dude, I can't remember his name. And they were saying, yeah, he had a bug where he couldn't land on the main planet. So he had to go back like 3 hours or something, because all of the autosaves were overwriting, so he didn't have an autosave that went back before the bug happened. So I was like, okay, well that happens. That's an outlier. That's not like a thing that happens to everyone, because literally he's the only one that I've heard it happen to. So, and that's to be expected on like all games, I would say. But as far as generally speaking, I think this game I wish that it would have gotten a little bit of a higher score. Like just a 90 would have been, just 2 more points. That would have been cool. But it's not the end of the world as far as that stuff goes. And like I said, it's not that important. Also, like I said, it really is for the casuals and the mainstream and all that stuff. And the fact that the mainstream has already grabbed this game has already grabbed the attention of the mainstream. The fact that it is in the zeitgeist and it is so popular, the review score isn't going to matter as much as all this hype and all this talk about the game. That's really what that whole Metacritic thing is about. It's like, oh, it got a really high Metacritic score, and then people start talking about it. But if you have people already talking about it and people ranting and raving, or just, the discourse is 199% Starfield and whatever else, 1% whatever. When everybody's talking about your game, review scores don't matter, because it's all about zeitgeist and it's all about word of mouth for some of it. I mean, this isn't word of mouth, this is, media and everybody else talking about it. And that's what every game maker wants. They want everybody to be talking about their game. Even if it's bad stuff talking about it, it's still talking about it. Now, in this case, it's not bad stuff, it's good stuff. For the most part, it is good stuff. I mean, I haven't read the negative reviews, but, maybe I should. But honestly, I already know that it's gonna be a fanboy or girl, a fan person that doesn't like Xbox and is mad because this game isn't on PlayStation. And so they give it a 70, And, they have the right to do those things, but I'm going to think that type of behavior may start to backfire on Sony in particular, because some of these journalists, while like you have PlayStation journalists, people, and then you have Xbox journalist fans, right? Now, some actually have journalistic integrity and they won't review bomb a game because it's on PlayStation or because it's on Xbox. They won't do it. But behavior like this may turn a few fans or fan people to do that, to take off an extra 5 points, because revenge. This is all politics, when it comes down to it. And people who give games like low scores like that because of their fandom, that's the word, shouldn't be allowed to review games. Now, I know I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna say I know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that the people that gave this game 70s will probably not get games again from, what I'm saying? They probably, it depends. I think these companies keep account of who's giving what games scores, low scores. I know for a fact that Sony does, because Sony will blacklist anyone. Now, honestly, if everything is equal and even, I'm going to say Xbox probably needs to start blacklisting people too. And they kind of did. They didn't give certain people review codes. Like Reforged Gaming didn't get a review code because he's a pony. And he's gonna poop on it. And what's the point? And if he has the review power to get on Metacritic to post a review, then it will only bring the score down. So there's a lot of politics when it comes to that stuff. And I have to pay more attention to Sony's their review stuff and who's giving them low scores and all that stuff, to see, what the deal is. I usually don't listen to those people. I listen to Jeff Grubb, even though he's more of a Nintendo freak. So either way, Sony, Microsoft, he doesn't really, I like Jeff Gershman, although I haven't heard from him in a while. Giant Bomb, they're pretty impartial. Rooster Teeth, they're more skewed toward Xbox because basically that's how they came up through Red versus Blue. So they have a soft spot for Xbox, but they don't pull any punches. They tell the truth too, so they don't care. They're more comedy anyway, so they just happen to play video games. Yeah, and it's fun. I'm gonna be playing it. I probably won't have any videos for the next couple of days because I'm gonna be playing Starfield. And also I'm gonna be going, I didn't tell you where I'm going. I'll tell you right now where I'm going. This weekend I'm going to Galaxy's Edge. Okay, no, not the thwips. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit the Millennium Falcons, the Millennial Falcons, the Millennium Falcon, and I'm gonna go visit. I guess I'll see Kylo Ren in that ride, and I'm gonna drink some Star Wars blue milk. I'm not gonna drink the blue milk. I'm gonna probably have to drink the blue milk. I'm not making a lightsaber, and I'm not making a droid, cause as much as I like Star Wars, I don't like it that much. I might get a t-shirt or something lil, but I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on these toys. Sorry. I thought the droid would be cool, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, no. Do they have the BB-8? I'll see now. That got me thinking. No, I'm not doing it. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing this weekend. It'll be fun. I'm not staying at the hotel. I know they're closing it down, but it's all booked up anyway, so you can't get reservations. But I wouldn't pay for what is like $2,000 per person per night or something. It's like ridiculous. It's like, nah, I'm good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that on this weekend, and I'll probably do a video probably on Tuesday again. So I'm gonna take a little hiatus. You know, a lot of people are gonna be missing in action with unless something happens in Starfield. I'm like, I gotta make a video real quick. But I'm gonna play it for a minute and get my thoughts together. And it's gonna be an ongoing Starfield segment. Let's just say that, because I'm gonna be playing. That's the game I'm gonna be playing for 10 years. So let's go. Let's start talking about it. I was thinking about streaming it, but I don't really have the streaming set up right now. So that's a no. But honestly, I need to finish the game anyway first to get to a point where I think I would want to stream it, because like playing the first parts of the game and the story would probably be boring and spoilery, and I don't want to do that. I want to get to the part where I'm just like building ships and outposts and just flying around and doing stuff like that, which isn't spoilery for the most part. So get all the story stuff out of the way and just play, you know? But I mean, that's about it. You know, Starfield's the zeitgeist. Ponies are scared and angry and everything else that they are. Spider-Man 2. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know if the hype will die down enough from Starfield that Spider-Man 2 will have its opportunity to shine in the spotlight. Also, people forget, Mario Brothers Wonder launches the same day as Spider-Man. Yo, Sony can't catch a break. Every game that they put out, it's like Nintendo's right there, ready for it. Like, let me put the talcum powder, let me put the powder up on it, let me chalk it up. Bap! They did it for both Horizon games. Bap, bap! They're doing it for Spider-Man 2. And I'm gonna be real. As popular as Spider-Man is, it really, Spider-Man 2 really does feel more like a really big DLC. You know what I mean? Like, it's a continuation of the story, but I haven't seen anything new in it that they haven't done already, like visually, mechanics-wise. I mean, there's different moves because you have the symbiote and stuff, but okay. That's like Madden. Yeah, you update the roster, same game. You updated the moveset, same game. So, and yes, the map is a little bit bigger, but it's still. And I'm looking at Mario Wonder, and there's questions. I'm like, wait, what's this elephant? Why is it getting long and short? And I don't understand most of the mechanics, but it looks good. And I'm not like a super Nintendo fan like that, but I'm like, okay, I like what they're doing with the art style, because it's a traditional 2D Mario, but they put in the newer art style in it. And it's like, and this is a Switch? Like, what's this running on? What are they running on? Because this looks way better than just a regular Switch. But, you know, I will be interested to see what happens with Spider-Man. I mean, first, Spider-Man has to be a good game. We're assuming that it is a good game. It could not be as good as Miles Morales. Let's just say that. And if that's the case, then what does they have? And if it is, what do they have? And if Starfield gets an 88, what do you think Spider-Man's gonna get? You know? And I was looking at, somebody looked up the scores. It was a cheap ass gamer. They were looking up the scores for, I think they looked up Fallout 4 when it launched, and it was at an 84. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, the scores are trending up, which they should. You know, the next game that Bethesda makes should have a higher score. You know, that's how it should be, because they're learning from past games and they're just making better games. And so I don't feel so bad for the 88. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. Almost at 400. I'm not even close to 500 yet, but it's all good. We'll get there one day. And I will definitely get that video out. September. It's coming out next month. Well, next month is tomorrow, so the video will be out in September. I promise. Before summer's out. I promise, which is what, September 21st, 22nd, something like that? It'll be out before that. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all, and yeah, that's all I got. Let me know in the comments below. Y'all hyped for Starfield? Y'all playing it tonight? Are you waiting for the 6th? What do you think about the review scores? What do you think about the reviews that people are talking about? What do you think about what they're talking about as far as the game goes? The AI mechanics, all the little nuances, you know? And yeah, let me know. And I appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Till the wait.